Hello. Oh,
to the
that's
internet.
loud. Sorry.
Welcome to The Situation.
Mike, the situation?
Ryan and Spencer. We are back.
Yes.
Studio E.
We are.
We were not here last week.
Yeah, we were a little sick.
I am still a little sick.
I honestly don't feel like quite 100% yet either.
No, I took a road trip this weekend to drive my girlfriend to Florida to school. We were in the car for over 20 hours. Not a good time.
That sounds awful.
And I found out that I'm apparently allergic to cats.
And Floridians.
Yeah. And now I am still getting over sniffling and sneezing.
That sucks.
Not a great. But, are we frozen?
We look frozen.
No. Hit the refresh.
Oh, now you're frozen.
We are?
Yeah.
Okay.
It just paused.
So, yeah, that was my weekend. I'm still not feeling great. But been a pretty fun week off. Fortnite's out.
Fortnite. Season.
Fortnite. We are.
Is this 4 again?
We're doing Marvel. Again.
Yes.
Fourth time maybe.
Probably.
There's a chance we're frozen or died.
Oh no.
That may be what it was. Also, the crab soul's font just a little off top. Anyway.
What's up?
Bear with us, folks. Yeah. So I've been playing a lot of that. I think I've played like over 150 matches already.
That's crazy.
Which sounds crazy until you
Fortnite
this season. Until you realize that most of the time I'm dying in like the first 10 seconds.
That's fair.
I only do hot drop.
There's no reason not to.
I'm gonna be honest with you. For a while I played Fortnite, and this is like a good strategy for winning games. Is if you avoid conflict, like the best of your ability, like hide the entire game and like scrounge around areas for like good loot.
Just be a rat.
You can probably make it to.
Yeah.
That's kind of changed recently with the new meta. So now they've added like the tokens and everything.
Yes.
And like the stupid weapons, the Icon series weapons. So there's really no way that you're gonna make it to the final 3
if you're not
getting into combat, especially with people who have the medallions.
Yeah.
Because now they've got.
Oh, I never win a game with like less than like 10, 15 limbs.
They have these new medallions in this. So there's Mysterio's medallion, which makes you invisible. Sounds really good. It's actually terrible because when you are invisible, you can't zoom into anything. Like your scopes don't work, and also you're not really that invisible. People can pretty easily
very
see
much
you.
see you.
So that one's not very good. Oh, and you still show up on thermal vision. It's really annoying. Then there's Emma Frost's medallion, which is insanely overpowered because it gives you the hit scan thing. So like every 30 seconds, it does like an X-ray scan and gives an outline to anybody who's within like 100.
That is crazy.
We're back. And then there's the. There's a lot of notes on the screen. You see that?
Yeah. I don't know. This is the first time we're using the DSLR. I tried to get it smooth for this stream, but I'll keep working on it.
And then the third one is the Doom medallion.
Yes.
Which gives you Siphon, which is pretty cool. I like Siphon. I think it's fun.
I think Siphon's neat. I like that.
But they've kind of created this meta where you kind of need to get involved in combat. So like hot drops are the way to go. So most of the time, like 90% of my games, I'm dying in the first 5 seconds.
Sure.
And then 10%, I start the game out before like second storm with like 12 kills. A lot of fun though. I'm having a good time. It's a lot better than last season.
I think that,
which bums me out because last season was power armor season, and I will never get power armor now because I couldn't stand it. That sucks.
I don't have power armor either, and it's kind of
armor
upsetting.
Is Fortnite like is it still like full of bots? I remember.
Oh man! So I was going
that's
on
what
a
killed it for
tangent
me.
before stream about the problems with Fortnite, and then we went on like 15 other tangents about Marvel and DC,
yeah.
Disney, and Star Wars. But another one of the big problems that are ruining Fortnite right now are the bots. Why would you ever willingly put fake player characters in games when there's 1.3 million people online? You're telling me you don't have enough people?
I
to
thought the
add a
game was
server?
dying.
That's what I thought.
I
I
was
was
like-
like, oh, it has to be like a low player count or something. You must be supplementing player count. Not the case. The
Then
problem
why?
is, the game was getting too hard. So they implemented this as an equivalent to skill-based matchmaking. So essentially,
I thought it was.
there's 3 tiers of lobbies. I found all this out from the first tier of lobby, I think, is like for like the lowest ranking players, like people who do the worst in the game, and it's like
Just bots.
it's like 50% of the people in the game are bots. And then I think tier 2 is 25%, and then tier 3 is like 10%.
I just hate that because it's like
it cheapens the win.
It's like, oh well, what does it matter? Because this person just did the equivalent of looked at me, walked the
Yes,
other way, and I.
The concept of a battle royale should be you put 100 random, no skill-based matchmaking unless you're in like ranked mode.
Yeah.
Random players into a lobby, and the best player wins. And that's really what it should be. Like at the end of the day, it shouldn't be skill-based matchmaking because you have a ranked mode in the game.
Mm-hmm.
The entire concept of a ladder system is that I'm getting matched up with people of similar skill level. That's the whole concept. If you're going to put a ranked mode in, why would you put SBMM into the multiplayer? It doesn't make any sense.
Well, because that's half the reason I stopped playing. Because it's just like this just feels like
Cheap.
I'm not playing Fortnite because I want to just run around a giant open world and kill bots.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm playing because I want to get better and
Yeah.
feels cheap. It feels cheap.
Because if I want to kill bots, I'll play a linear game that has a story.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I'll do something that's and be like, I don't care
But
if it's
the
just a bunch
bots
of nothing.
also
Yeah.
they're terrible at the game. I've literally, to this day, I've probably encountered 10,000 bots. I've never been killed by one. I think I've maybe taken 100 points of damage from bots.
Because they can't shoot. They have stormtrooper
They can't
range.
shoot. They can't build.
Yeah.
And they don't know how to respond to the new month, the seasonal metas. So there's jetpacks in the game now.
Yeah.
They have no idea how to counter jetpack because their brains are stupid. But I don't know. That's Fortnite. What else we got? What else we got in game news?
All right, so big gaming week for specifically me and my older brother because a bunch of the stuff that we loved playing when we were kids is getting new releases or remakes. So number 1, Backyard Sports is coming back, baby.
Okay.
I love the
like
Backyard Sports
baseball.
games.
Backyard baseball is great. Love that.
Backyard football, backyard hockey, those are the big ones for us.
Oh.
Backyard baseball is good. We're not baseball guys, though, so we were football, hockey, basketball, but they're great games. Pablo Sanchez is making his return. Pablo's cracked. We all know. We know this. We know this to be true. Heroes of Might and Magic. That is a game that Russians love, I think. It's
really?
If you go watch the top streamers, they're all just Russians. It's a late 90s, early 2000s game, but they've been making them since, and they've none of them have really ever been as good as the third. The fifth one was okay, but they've just been bad for a long time. The new one, it looks like they just took everything that was great about the third one and are upgrading it, making it modernized. It looks beautiful. There's a 1-minute trailer that I'm gonna put on. But other thing that my brother and I are very excited for. We were a little older for this one, but we've always been huge Borderlands people because couch co-op and playing that with your sibling is always fun. So we played the first 3 Borderlands games together. They just announced Borderlands 4.
Yes.
It was just an announcement, no gameplay or anything yet, but I mean, I'm still excited.
Did you watch the movie?
I heard it was terrible.
I heard the movie was. I think they weren't planning on announcing 4. They had this trailer, and the movie flopped so bad that they were like, "Let's put this trailer out to get people to talk about this instead of how bad our movie is."
Because I heard the movie was terrible because I was really excited for it to come out. I heard it was awful, and then I decided not to see it because I didn't want to be disappointed.
Not to be biased against Kevin Hart. I have a very negative impression of everything that he does except for stand-up. Anytime I see his name attached to a movie, I'm like, oh, this is not gonna be.
The only when I think Kevin Hart in a movie, in a movie like Borderlands, I think of Jumanji.
Yes.
I was just like, oh,
Yeah.
it's just Jumanji,
Which
but
had,
with
the
Borderlands
same
style.
cast, almost.
Yeah.
Shot for shot.
True.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I saw the trailer and I was like, I think I just saw that. I saw this shot in Jumanji 2 years ago when I watched it.
The only person I was excited about for that entire movie was Jack Black as Claptrap, and I don't even think that was good casting. I just think Jack Black makes sense in a Borderlands
I think Jack Black's really funny.
So, the problem with
because he
a
plays
Borderlands
games.
movie,
He plays games.
Yeah.
Like they just never should have made a movie out of it. Like the humor in that game is so cringe.
Yeah, it's very
but it
campy.
works for a video game.
Yeah.
That's not gonna translate well to a movie.
No.
It's just gonna feel it feels corporate campy.
It also my
Sure.
other problem
Yeah.
is that a lot of video games are inspired by older media. So, like Borderlands, I don't know if this has ever like been officially stated, but like it very clearly takes a lot of inspiration from like Mad Max.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
You can't make a movie about a game
Inspired
movie.
on a movie, yeah.
You're reaching like Inception levels now because now are we gonna get a new video game inspired by the Borderlands movie? Like it's just ridiculous. Like it's not.
Well, also I think that it's just like
It hits a level.
some games can have a movie translation.
Yeah.
Don't think Borderlands is one of them.
No, and
I
like
mean, did you
that's-
guys watch the Last of Us show?
No, I heard that was. Good.
I did.
It's amazing.
It's amazing,
It's
yeah.
really, really good. And granted, like that game doesn't
But the
need
game
to be
was
turned
cinematic.
into another right.
So
Yeah.
I
Like
feel
the
that's-
game is a
Yeah.
And also
movie
the
in
movie-
itself.
oh,
already.
sorry.
If the appeal to the game is gameplay,
Yeah.
you're never gonna see a good movie about it.
Like the Halo
A
show.
great example of this is Mortal Kombat. The Mortal Kombat movies are so bad.
The
that
Warcraft
it's like,
movie.
The Warcraft, another one. Yeah, like these are movies that are so
Yeah.
bad that they've become like cult classics
Because
they're fun
awful.
to laugh at.
Yeah.
And like I hate to say it, but like unfortunately, you cannot make movies about these games because like it's just not like even down to the culture, like the people that are consuming the media, it's just not gonna trend. It's just like a very
Yeah.
poor idea. But to expand on that to the gaming like area, I also didn't really like Borderlands. It was fine.
Borderlands 3.
Yeah,
It's the
fine.
worst of
I
the
just didn't really
mainline
like it.
games for
I
sure.
think, I honestly I played 1 and 2 and I played the pre-sequel and
Pre-sequel's bad. Pre-sequel's the worst
I
played,
Borderlands
like
game.
pre-sequel.
I played the pre-sequel
I thought
last
pre-sequel
and I was like,
kinda fun.
okay, I'm done with this, and then I didn't touch 3.
The oxygen mechanic is brutal.
It's the gameplay isn't great. I think that like the story was interesting enough to keep me interested.
Sure,
involved.
but that's not why
and
I
like
play
the
those
characters.
games.
I like the characters.
I also think if the movie was like an actual just retelling of like the story of like the Handsome Jack thing and all that, which I don't know if it is, but because I don't know anything about the movie really, but if it is, then like it sucked.
If I am like ranking there's not counting like Tales from the Borderlands.
Sure.
There's 5 games, right? There's Borderlands 1, 2, and 3, pre-sequel, and Tiny Tina's Wonderlands.
Yes.
Genuinely, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands might be number 1 for me.
That's-
If it's not, it's Borderlands 2.
I've heard
But
that said before.
Those 2 are like S tier games.
Yeah.
I think Tiny Tina's Wonderlands is a fantastic game. Then I would put Borderlands 1, Borderlands 3, pre-sequel.
Sure.
Borderlands 2 was cool. I really like that game. I think I just have really fond memories of it because I went back and played it and it felt very
1 or 2, sorry.
It felt a lot more linear than I remember. Like I remember it being like this massive open world, and then I went back and played it and I was like, not really that much.
No, you kind of like complete an area, move on to the next area.
Borderlands
and then,
3 has a better open world, but it doesn't really do a good job of making me. I don't know what it is. There's just something that like I just don't.
I think they tried to add too many mechanics, and they cared less about the world building.
I also like planet sailing like it never interested me because it's like if I can just go from planet to planet, like there's no really like if you're gonna make an intergalactic epic, there needs to be weight for the actions in between planets.
I also
Otherwise, it
thought,
just feels
like-
completely disjointed, which is like that's why Star Wars is
Borderlands
great. They have an
tone
international
isn't
setting.
really ever gonna lend itself to that
Also, isn't like
either.
the
I
world
think-
of
I think
Pandora, the
Borderlands
whole,
2
like,
did a good
draw
job.
of the world.
What?
What'd you say?
Isn't like Pandora like the whole
Pandora,
draw of like
Yes.
being there? You know, like that is like the
Yeah.
whole point is
I
that
think Borderlands
I don't know.
2 did a really good job of making you feel like your actions in a particular area were impactful. Specifically, like I think of like all the time, like when you lift Sanctuary off the ground, like that's like a huge moment.
Yeah.
And, like it affects everything going forward.
Mhm.
And like that's like I feel like Borderlands 3 doesn't really have any moments like that where like your actions translate to having weight, which
Yeah.
makes it less fun. I think if you're looking at the game purely as a looter shooter, I don't really think they lost that aspect. I think if anything they improved on it. But I feel like part of what I liked about the game was the fact that it was like it was an interesting world. I
Yeah.
liked the world.
yeah.
I'm still excited about 4. Something I want to start doing on the stream. I'll do more research before next week, but I just wanted to start doing a free game roundup and talk about like what platforms are offering what games for free this week, because I think it's interesting information to know. The Callisto Protocol is free until tomorrow on Epic Games.
Yes.
So I didn't play it myself. I heard it's great though. I heard it's like the modern Dead Space.
I heard it kind of fell into the trap of like all these movie games. Like
That's fair, but if you're into that,
yeah, no,
then
definitely,
you probably will like this game.
Yeah, it looks really cool. I heard the gameplay got kind of like
I don't really
lame.
care for the genre.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like it's just all the gameplay after like 2 interactions, it just felt very samey.
That's
but
fair.
I heard it was like Dead Space before the new Dead Space. Like
I think we've talked about it before on the stream, but like one of the most disappointing games in that aspect to me was I think the Order 1886. It was like a PS4 release title, and it looked so cool, and it's literally just like quick time events, and that's it.
dude, that an ad for that game came in my physical copy of Bloodborne. And
Yes, and I thought that it was going to be like a Bloodborne type game,
and it was not at all, and I was so
No.
disappointed.
Because like conceptually, so cool.
What is like you're a werewolf hunter or like a vampire
Yeah,
hunter?
no, you're like steampunk Victorian era werewolf hunters.
And I love that style so much.
Me
Like,
too. I thought it was
think
so
it's like
cool.
conceptually cool. You gotta work.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Black Myth Wukong came out. It's taking the world by storm.
That's what I was gonna say. I had a point to make. I had heard Black Myth Wukong became like the highest played, having the highest player count on Steam at a certain point in time.
It's
see
still
that?
like 10 out of 10. Too.
Yeah.
Like
Did
people
you see the
love it.
guys? This guy, I forget his name. He made like a tweet, and I'm pretty sure it was rage bait.
Yeah.
But he was like, "This is Black Myth Wukong is this generation's Ocarina of Time, and no, this isn't even arguable." And then he said something about how like Elden Ring wasn't dark fantasy enough, and like everyone was like,
That's crazy.
losing their minds in the comments under his post. It was so funny. But yeah, my friends have been telling me to play it.
Yeah.
Um,
So
I want to play it. The problem is those friends are the types of friends that play like NCAA 25, and couldn't figure out Elden Ring. And like
You're worried
I
it's not
might
going to
play
be
it.
stimulating
I'm
enough for
thinking
you?
it's probably not going to be that complicated.
Yeah.
But they also said
It looks beautiful.
they
though.
recommended Ghost of Tsushima, and that was a good game.
Ghost of Tsushima is like, it's probably in my top 10 of all time. It's definitely in my like top 5 of like last gen games. I think Ghost of Tsushima was a fantastic game. It strikes a really nice balance of like great story, looking beautiful, but actually really fun and decently complex gameplay. Like you can just like run in and samurai everything and chop everyone down, but like it gives you the option to
Yeah.
I think that like at least with Black Myth Wukong, I don't know. It had it's like what 2.2 million concurrent players after 24 hours of release, which is the most played single player game like of all time.
Is that the highest?
As of Steam's like records within 24
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh. I would have
Or
assumed it
at,
would have been much
at
higher.
most
single
players
player
on,
though.
Oh,
Yes.
You said
the
right.
peak
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, peak time of a single player game at once. Also, breaking many more records. I don't believe it. I don't.
What is?
It was a pretty hyped game.
I
I feel like Baldur's
know.
Gate 3 also did like really well. I
It
think
did.
caught a lot of people
Yeah,
by
but
surprise.
Black Myth Wukong is a style of game that's going to appeal to way more people than Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like I don't think I'd be engaged by its gameplay. It looks pretty. I don't think I'd be engaged by its
What,
gameplay.
by Black Myth Wukong?
Yeah.
I think I
it
need
looks
to
like God
try
of
it
War.
to.
Yeah.
It
I feel
reminds
like
me a lot of God of War.
I thought God of War was great.
it looks like it would play like, and that's fine. It looks like it would play like God of War or like the Jedi Survivor game.
Genuinely, I'm
Yeah.
worried my PC can't run
Handle
Black
it?
Myth Wukong well enough to
To
maybe
enjoy
I
it.
could run it on like low settings
I
with
would
a
just shoot
decent
the
frame rate,
graphics, yeah.
Yeah.
but like half the appeal of that game is how
It's
beautiful
how
it looks.
It looks. Yeah.
I will try it. I like the whole like Monkey King mythos thing. I think it's kind of
Me
funny.
too.
That's also something. That's another thing is
I might just go buy a PS5.
I've never really
and
liked
then
it.
take
I've never
out
really
the
liked.
library.
The Monkey King.
Nope, never liked
It's
it.
like
Okay.
one of the best-selling IPs in China.
I know.
It's like I think it's like the best, like the like highest-grossing franchise over there.
Like I just have no care for the story or the idea of it.
It's either that or the IP Man, or is it Ip Man? I've never watched this.
The IP man.
I think it might be Ip Man. but
Just
I think it is.
but I've never watched the movie. I think it's like their version of like Taken. What's that one?
Old boy.
What's the one where is it Old Boy Korean?
Yeah.
In the last great
what's-
war, one man
What's that
defied
movie-
an
what's that
empire.
movie with Denzel where he's got like the Equalizer?
Man on Fire. Oh, yeah.
Is that
yes.
that's Denzel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking of Man on Fire, which is similar, where the girl that he watches after is like kidnapped and then.
Yes. Yeah. It's like I think it's like one of those. It's like a spy thriller.
Sure, I say.
All right. What else we got?
Avowed just put out a 1 hour of
Well,
gameplay.
I've heard about this game like 50 times.
Mostly
but
for
I don't
me.
know anything about it. Yeah, is
I'm
it from
really
you?
excited about
Okay.
it. Yeah. No, I am
Oh.
genuinely really excited
I
about
haven't
it.
seen
this.
anything about it.
I just really like. I just think Obsidian is a great studio. And like their last big game was Outer Worlds, which I loved. I think Outer Worlds is genuinely like I had never played Fallout until Fallout 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then I played most of Fallout 4. I was like, that game was fine. And I'd always heard how good specifically New Vegas was.
Yeah.
And like after playing Outer Worlds, I was like, oh, these are the people who made that. Like that game's probably actually good. And that's what initially got me interested in ever even playing any Fallout games.
Sure.
So for them to be, which Avowed, I'm pretty sure it's like a series of games they've made before. Like it exists in a universe, but it was like
Gotcha.
a Diablo style, like isometric ARPG. But this one is like first person, or I guess first or third person perspective, but like more of that like Bethesda
Gotcha.
style.
Yeah.
But
That's
they just
definitely
put
how
out
it looks.
an hour of gameplay. I think it looks really cool. I love that
I
both
tried.
Outer Worlds and this game, they're like, yeah, main story is going to be like 20 hours or less. Like,
Yeah. Well, that was like I think that was my big issue with Outer Worlds was I didn't really like the length, and also I feel like it didn't really have a very strong replay. Like I never felt like.
see,
I
I
wanna play
don't
that game
care.
again.
Well, but that's also because Outer Worlds and Avowed are both games that I'm going to be playing on Game Pass, where I'm not paying $60 for them. Or
Yeah,
if,
that's-
if I don't, I'm assuming Outer Worlds was $60 when it came out.
I think so. It might have been
But,
50, but I think it. Yeah.
Like I have Game Pass. I'm gonna play it on Game Pass, and it's not gonna take me months to finish.
Sure.
I'm
So-
probably gonna play the game in a week.
I have mixed feelings about that. So I think that honestly one of the best feelings in games, and I'll stand on this till the day I die, is when the credits finish and then you load back in after the credits and like you continue playing the game. I think that's like one of the coolest things in a game. Like in any of like the Bethesda, like big Bethesda games. It's just really cool because like you get to see first off like how the world's responded to like the everything
That's
you
the
did.
biggest issue with every Legend of Zelda game. Is
Yeah, is
that
that you
when
never
you
get to
finish
see
the
the
game,
world.
it loads you
Yeah.
before the boss fight.
Yeah, and that's like a heartbreaking feeling.
Yes.
Because like you kind of want to see the impact, but like then there's also side quests you want to go back and finish, and like it gives you a sense of completion when the story's never really over.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is something that the thing that kills me about it isn't necessarily that I think the game needs to be long to be fun. It's just that I think I've seen what they've done before. Specifically, the studio has done before with their earlier titles, and I think that the capability that they have for like a project like this, maybe the scale is too large because they're not a very big company, but like that excites me. The fact that they're not doing that, I'm disappointed.
Maybe they will. I don't know. I'm very excited for Avowed.
I think it'll be fine though. It'll be.
We can blast through the last couple because I know we want to actually play the games
Yes,
that we're
yeah.
here to play. Civ 7.
Civ
Very
7,
cool.
I think we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Civ 6 was good. Civ 5.
Civ 5 was better.
It's different. It's very different.
Yeah.
I prefer Civ 6 because I don't like complex 4X games.
That's
Civ 6
fair.
was really simple.
I have a question. Have either of you guys played Frostpunk?
No, my dad played it.
Okay, because the second game's coming out on Game Pass, and I just installed the first one because I wanted to try it out. Because I kind of like city builders, and
It was
I
very
think the
much not his style, and I remember watching him play it.
I remember seeing the style.
Is it
and
also a 4X or is it just like a city
No,
builder?
it's just like
it's
a
a
sim.
city.
Okay.
Yeah. And
But
I
it's
love
like,
the style.
You're like in like this frozen wasteland.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
like Mad Max if it was in the Arctic.
Yeah, basically.
Cool.
But it's also very like industrial and like
yeah, it's like industrial. It's like
cool.
industrial punk.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was gonna try it today. I just tried Mafia because I was so bored. I don't
My
know.
dad
I just like
also
the
really
aesthetic.
liked those.
But yeah, so that's. I was just curious if anyone played it.
Oh, I did start new Cyberpunk playthrough because I want to play Phantom Liberty.
Okay.
It's
Cyberpunk is such a good game.
It's a top 5 game.
Oh
of
my
all time
god,
for me.
it's such a good game.
I didn't play it when it first came out, so I never bought into any of like this
Yeah.
game's bad because it was unoptimized on release. The
Yeah.
second I played it for the first time, like this game's incredible. It's one of the most immersive games I've ever played.
Yeah.
Like it's
I hate how much I like that game because there's so much I wish they did differently.
I
But
just
it's
wish the tattoos.
I mean, so
such a-
this is the first
Yeah,
time.
where are the cybernetic tattoos?
Where are the Cybertrucks?
Where are the Cybertrucks?
This is the first time I played it since like the 2.0 update, and it's
Sure.
literally a new game, and it's like I love it even more now.
Yeah,
like
it is a really fun game.
the health item update where like it just recharges in combat is a
It's
great
amazing.
change.
Listen, before we glaze Cyberpunk, okay, there's one really big problem, and this is a problem that multiple game studios suffer from, and it hampers your replayability by so much.
Sure.
Make your intros shorter. Make them shorter.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't want to
Oh,
spend
yeah.
5 hours learning how to play this game that I've already played 50 times.
I think there's
I don't need it.
if that's the
Take
case,
it out of the
just-
game.
There were a lot
Make
of
a skip
skippable
intro.
tutorials
Just
in the beginning
add
of
a
Cyberpunk.
skippable intro, or alternatively, let me save after. And some games do this, where I think like Fallout New Vegas, you have this option where you can save right after you get out of Good Springs, and then like if you walk past the city limits, it's like, okay, do you want to rebuild your character? And that's really cool.
Yeah.
Because now I can reload multiple playthroughs from that save point, and then I can
have
change
brand
the
new
build.
characters.
Yep, every
Yeah.
time, and that's
Yeah.
an awesome idea because now I don't have to replay your stupid little Sunny Smiles Splatoon
But
garbage. I don't have to do
Cyberpunk,
it.
I think, had a perfect opportunity also to be like, if you beat the game once, or even when you finish each act, if you make a new character, let me load from Act 2. Let me load
Yeah.
from Act 3.
Yeah.
And just level me up to where I'm quote unquote supposed to be.
Yeah,
at
because
that
I
point.
really like.
I don't need to watch
the pre-Jackie
spoilers.
Death
I was
stuff,
gonna
I
say
just,
like
don't
I
care
don't need
about
to
it.
watch
I
Jackie
don't care
die
about
for the
it.
4th time when I play
Yeah.
the game. Like
It was cool the first time, and now I get like the Welcome to Night City. I get that
Yeah.
cutscene, and I'm just like, bro, let me skip this. I just
Yeah.
want to get to the part where I'm like running around with like my cybernetic legs and like doing stealth missions and
Yeah.
stabbing people with my mantis claw. What's so hard about
I
this?
totally agree.
is
I will
Mantis
say
Claw
though,
quick for
the Jackie death, the first playthrough
Oh,
hits
it killed
different
me.
though.
Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah.
And I made the wrong decision. What did I sent him.
You didn't send his
to-
body to his family?
No, I sent him to the doctor, and then the body went missing. And like, you just never find it.
I sent him to the doctor because I thought I was like, oh, his family wouldn't want to see him. I didn't even think that. I just
It
knew
was
would find it.
brutal.
You just never find it.
I don't think so. I'm
Do
pretty
you
sure.
still get his bike then?
I
You
don't.
do.
Okay.
Yeah, you still get his bike because you go back to the
mom
garage
gives
to get it. Yeah.
Okay.
But I think like the whole funeral mission is like just gone from the game.
That's so sad.
There's that one, and then there's the other one where it's like I think it's like you can leave him there. Like when you get back, the body also disappears for that one, and then the third option, which is send him to his mom. That one.
I feel like that's like
man.
that's the bad choice. I feel like that's presented.
Send him to his mom. Yeah. She's like, what is
Especially because she mentions like all the other
It's like,
Wells
oh, here's the
boys.
Delamain taxi service, and here's your dead son.
Son.
I mean, sure. It's better than the body going missing though.
I didn't know what you were doing.
This is my character right now. He's a chrome cowboy.
Very nice.
I
Oh,
love that.
my other thing.
Mine's like a redneck.
Here you go, everyone.
I really like transmogs. I think that stuff is super fun in games.
Transmog is it's
I
amazing.
didn't exist in the beginning, which really annoyed me because then you have like a stupid character and you start to prioritize looks over stats in a game where you can't even see your own character. But the problem is, you can't see your
That's
own
why you.
character.
That's why you ride a motorcycle always.
exactly.
Yeah, I wish that the game had a.
They would never do that though because of the whole immersion aspect.
Well, they won't
of
do it because they didn't design any third party. They didn't design any third person animations. If
Well,
you've
yeah.
seen the game from a third person camera, it looks horrible. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Cyberpunk, amazing, loving it. Can't wait to actually get. I'm not even at the DLC yet, and I've heard the DLC is
really
just so cool.
So good.
Civ 7 gonna be cool. New Dying Light game.
Actually-
I didn't play 2, but I love the Dying Light 1. Did either of you play Dying Light?
I get Dying
did.
Light confused with that other game, Dead by Daylight. I get them confused.
Very different games.
Is Dying Light a zombie game?
Dying Light's a zombie
It's
game.
the parkour zombie
one.
game.
Okay.
never
I
played it.
I love that game.
1 and 2?
Both. Played both.
Okay.
Played through everything Dying Light related. All the DLC stuff's from 1.
I played all the DLC of 1. I thought 1 was super cool. I thought I was going to hate it, and then I played it and I was like, no, this game's really cool.
Dying Light 2 got some, I guess, backlash. I don't remember why. Actually, I don't remember why at all. I think, because the whole thing is that like, your choices matter, but
They don't.
They kinda
Because they
don't-
never really do in games.
because
Say
they
your
never really
choices
do.
matter.
But like at the same time, love the story. I love the story of that game. Can't remember it now. I put it 2 years ago.
Okay.
But I remember the characters. The characters felt
Is it the same main character?
no. You play as a
Okay.
complete. It's in the universe 10 years later.
Okay.
Because what happened at the end of the canon ending of like the end of the first game is that what's your character's name? Crane? Yeah.
Yeah.
Crane makes it out of the restricted zone and turns into like the big bad zombie was, the scary ones that chase you around.
Oh.
And
Okay.
he's like patient zero of the whole world getting on the infection. And so it's 10 years later and you're in New York.
Oh,
It's New
that's
York.
cool.
It's so cool. It's so cool.
Yeah, I might have to go play it then.
I think it's New
really
York.
did like the first one when I played.
If it's not New York, it's some fictional city that represents New York.
Okay.
But I think it was New York. And I remember the characters, like the NPCs they never felt as deep as Dying Light 1's NPCs, but at the same time, I liked them better because it felt like there were like individual communities and like they wanted different things and like you can align with individual communities to get different endings. There was a little bit of
Okay.
choose your own. It was cool though. Like the ideas were really cool and the
I'll have to
characters
check it out.
were really cool.
New
didn't know
Path
the
of
third game
Exile
came
2 stuff came out. I don't remember exactly what. I wrote it down here, but don't remember. But Path of Exile 1 was great. 2 is probably going to be better than Diablo 4 because Path of Exile 1 was better than Diablo 3. That's it, really. Did you have any other gaming stuff that you wanted? Okay.
Just Fortnite.
Just Fortnite. I will come back with more free game roundup stuff next week. Epic usually changes those games every week, but I know I forget to check all the time. So if anyone is watching and like I mentioned a game to be like that always sounded interesting, but you don't want to pay for it, maybe that's a way to check it out. The other one on Epic was called a Gigantic Rampage Edition. It was like a shooter MOBA style game. Looked not interesting to me, but if you're into like a shooter MOBA, then maybe it's for you. Aiden, could you grab one of those controllers?
Yes.
Thank you.
Also, Dying Light 3 plot. Dying Light the Beast is set in a post-apocalyptic Castor Woods, a once popular tourist destination. Players will take the role of Kyle Crane. So he's not dead. I was wrong. I don't know what happened. Cool. But he's experimented on, and he's gonna get revenge. That's the thing.
Did you play The Walking Dead?
I did the story game. Yes.
I was playing that with my friend had never played this game before.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, well let me introduce this game. And we got up to the scene where Lee goes back to the pharmacy, and as a kid, I never pieced this together. Like I never really put together that like,
it's his.
it was his family. Like I kind of knew it was his family. So I never really put the pieces together though, like how impactful this was. Showing up, finding all your family stuff, finding out that they're dead,
And
finding
also
out that
your
dad probably killed your mom, and then finding out that your brother
is like down the
still
block,
alive.
zombified. Yeah.
Never put those pieces together. And like when that was happening, I was like tearing up because I realized we were never going to get a story game that's as good as this game was.
Rest in peace, Telltale. I'm so sad Minecraft Story Mode was like the last thing.
Closed? The studio closed?
Yeah.
Like a while ago.
I'm so
Yeah.
sad that Minecraft Story Mode was the last thing to come out of it.
That the Walking Dead season 1. See, like there were other good parts of like other episodes, but I would say they were like
Season 2
middle
was really
high
good as
tier.
well. The one that came after that
Season
was
2
mid.
was good. The last season was pretty good.
Yeah.
But I would say and the one where Kenny was in. that
There's a
was fun.
3
Yeah, too.
gigabyte update for another Crab's Treasure right now.
Why?
I have no idea.
But I think that one of the I think season 1 of Telltale Games, and I'll die on this hill, was the best storytelling experience in video games ever.
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
It's not that I don't agree.
Even like The Walking Dead.
It's not that I don't agree.
I don't like The Walking Dead either, really, but the VR game is incredible.
Oh, I
It's
heard
one of the
that
best
was
VR games.
good.
Yeah, I mean, I would consider if you could present to me an alternative option, I'm open to considering other options. There might be something that I'm overlooking, but I firmly believe that is the best storytelling in any game.
I'm trying to see.
And now granted, that comes at the cost of gameplay. The gameplay sucks. Not a very fun game. But the storytelling is
I'm trying to think of a game that I could say. Because I don't.
That's my
agree.
go-to example. That's my go-to. If you were to ask me, like, give me a good game with a good story, I would say that and Disco Elysium. Those would be my top.
I have to play
examples.
Disco Elysium.
That game had an amazing story. It's kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
But the story is like probably like one of the best. It's like I would compare it more to a visual novel.
I've watched a lot of
really,
reviews
really good.
around the art direction of the game.
The
'Cause it's
art is
super,
really
super
good.
cool.
The voice acting is really good. The atmosphere, the music, everything. The sound design.
Because I know like the vibe of it. I know a lot about the art direction about like this because they
did a really good job of
big
capturing like
deep
a
dive on that.
sleepy like Pacific Northwest.
yeah. But what's it called? I think that like if there was if The Walking Dead were to come out with any more slop, come out with do a little Last of Us. Do season
With a
1.
what?
Just do a little Last of Us. Do season 1 of the Telltale game as a TV show. Because it's basically a TV show.
So I think that there were
Talks of it.
No, they did. So I think the comic books take place in the same universe as the video game. I
Yeah,
think
it
that
does.
they actually did a comic book rendition of the video game. It was called Clementine. I think I might be misremembering. I don't know if it was ever made, but I know that was a thing that was.
I think you're
can't
right.
wait for the Another Crab's Treasure show.
I can't wait for the Another Crab's Treasure.
Final boss.
No, I can't wait for like the scary comic book version of it, like the edgy comic book version of this game.
Yeah, you're right. There's a comic.
Yeah, I
Clementine
don't. But
Book
I
One.
don't. I think that the reason that they never made a television show out of it was because the television show and the comic book are supposed to be separate universes, and there's something with licensing.
It probably
that
is something to do with licensing.
prohibited AMC from.
And also the fact that Telltale is like exploded probably makes that even harder.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that game, and it really came out of nowhere. Telltale Games was not a very big company. The Walking Dead was a pretty established property, but it wasn't like a big gaming property. And when I remember when that game, I remember reading about it in Game Informer, and it was like the number one. It was like ranked as like the number one game that year, and it was like I think it was like just like the first season, and I think like the review said something to the effect of like you should play this game outside in the rain, because like otherwise everyone's gonna know that you're crying. It was a great game.
Well, then also like after like all the Let's Players played it and like PewDiePie like
I can
cried.
I can still see PewDiePie in my head like crying.
Like, that's crazy.
That scene. They did such a good job of building those characters.
Yeah.
I've never experienced that in a video.
I watched a video review of the character dynamics up to the second season of the game.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember. I guess minor spoilers for the game that you probably should have played ages ago for chat, Twitch out there, the stream. But at the end, it makes you choose between Jane and Kenny, and they're fighting.
Yes. Yeah, I remember that.
And I think it's really interesting because like Kenny isn't a character that like he's not like a good guy, you know?
No. But
like-
he's redeemable, I guess. Like he's relatable as a character.
Yeah,
Because he's a
definitely.
father trying his
Yeah.
and he makes a lot of mistakes, but like at the end of the day, he's just doing what he believes is best for his family. And his family's gone. Now Clementine's all he has left.
Yeah.
And he's making a lot of mistakes, and he's being rash, and he's being like unreasonable. But if I picture my dad as any character in the Walking Dead universe, it's Kenny.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because that's exactly what he would do.
And I think, but also Jane isn't a good person. And both of them are just like, come on, Clem, I know what's best for you.
Yeah.
And I think the whole like, because the second season especially is about like the self-discovery of like surviving without Lee.
Yeah.
And it's like you have to be Clementine and like determine how like in what way is she a survivor? What is her personality? How does she like keep herself alive? And I think that like making the choice between like leaving with Kenny or going to the or staying with like the group and like taking what's his name TJ
The baby.
yeah, whatever. RJ, that's what it was.
Yeah.
AJ,
That's
what it was.
Yeah.
And like joining that big.
You
like,
sure that was the right J
No,
name
it's
there?
definitely AJ.
It definitely is, yeah, because the father died. But so, I think that like the whole choice of like staying with Kenny. Oh my god, hearing my voice is really hard. Staying with Kenny, or like going on to the big group that was like they couldn't take on like an adult survivor or whatever.
Oh yeah, and then you actually go there, and it's like actually not a good place at all.
Well, the thing is, it's like what happened in the third game. It gets over depending on what you did. It gets like you have to leave, right? You have to flee.
Yeah.
But it was a good place.
Wasn't it like weren't
think
they like
you-
enslaving people?
I think you're thinking of like the midpoint of that game because at the
I don't remember that
place
one.
for Harbor.
That was the one with like the Juan de Soto guy, right? Like, wasn't he like a baseball player or something?
yeah.
That was not his name, but that's what I'm calling him.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, isn't that like a
That's-
Yankee?
yeah,
That's after. That's after.
I think his name was like it wasn't Juan. What was it?
No,
It was, like,
Javier.
Javier.
Yeah, that's the third game. But so at the end of the second game, you have a choice to either stay with Kenny or go into this like
Yeah.
this giant shipping container. Like,
Yeah.
And the shipping container place is great. Like it is like until it eventually falls apart.
Yeah,
But like
it's
it
really
treats you well, you know. And I think that's the whole thing of like stay with Kenny, who's like is your guidance figure. Is like your lead. But like or like develop.
I mean, he
as
could
a
be your
survivor.
guidance finger if he points you where to go.
or like become your own survivor and like join up with this community who's probably better off for you. But like, and I both choices lead in the same place. They both go into the third game. But at the same, it's just neat because it's like Kenny's a great guy, and I think it's cool that it's like it's not so black and white. I guess that's always like that's what The Walking Dead's about.
Yeah, and then they totally brutalized his character for no reason.
What after?
Yeah, in the car accident.
Yeah, he just like dies.
He just dies
Yeah.
in a cutscene. Very cool. Thanks for keeping this character alive for 4 seasons just to brutally murder him for no reason.
It is
So
disappointing.
stupid.
It's just, and that's another thing. That's another issue with The Walking Dead as a whole.
I mean, the annoying thing is like there were so many opportunities to either not bring his character back or to kill him in like a reasonable way.
Yeah.
Like a noble sacrifice. Like when you're escaping the compound in season 2. There were so many options.
Yeah.
But instead, we went with, oh, he's teaching Clementine how to drive, and then
It's
I
like
don't
an
know. I guess
element
there's
or
an
crash.
accident or something. It's like, bro, come on.
It's very like, oh, the apocalypse is like dire and not fair anymore.
Yeah, but it's just like
come on.
played really stupid.
It's just like at
You
the
know,
end of the
'cause
day,
I got the
this is a
same
story.
experience through Lee's death, but I didn't feel like it was undeserved. I just felt like it was incredibly brutal. It was really sad. But then I'm watching Kenny's death, and I'm like, this is like, I feel like you guys don't.
They just didn't know what to do with Kenny. And
I feel like the most offensive thing about it is that it's not bad. Is that you've spent so long. Like imagine if instead of like
They could've done a
Lee
Joel
having that
thing.
whole, imagine instead of Lee having like he's got like an arm cut off and he's chained to the radiator and he's begging Clementine to shoot him. Imagine if instead of that he was just like walking on a building and they fell off. It'd be like, okay, I guess that's sad. But this is like stupid.
Yeah.
You built up this character for so long, and then you just totally cheaply murdered him for no reason. It's ridiculous.
I think that if it was handled more of like, if they gave it more time instead of just like, oh, you made the choice to stay with Kenny? Okay, Kenny dies.
Yeah. And there's just like no tone. Like it's just
The
like
tone's set.
it's just
Yeah.
weak. Yeah. It's
I
just
think if they did like a Joel thing, from Last of Us Part 2 on it, at all.
I don't. No, I don't.
Okay.
I know he dies. I don't know how.
He gets killed.
Abby beats
kills
him.
him.
Weren't people like really mad about that?
Yes, but it was also more. It was also set up. Like there was a setup to it. There was a reason. And it also like laid out the plot to the rest of the game. Kenny just kind of dies, and then it's like,
Yeah.
moving
And it's like
on.
not even relevant.
Yeah.
I think so. like when Lee dies, for example.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of a rough example because the game's over at that point anyway, and you kind of knew it was over. But I wasn't like angry. I wasn't like, I can't believe they did that. I was like, you know.
Do you have any idea where we're supposed to go?
Really interesting. Check that.
Very helpful.
Zoom out a little bit. Probably that way.
That's where I just was.
Scuttleboard?
Yeah, I was in front of that like electric thing.
Well, it doesn't seem like
Did I feel like
there's
last
out.
time we were like, oh, this is where we're supposed to go, and then we turned around to explore something different?
You know what? I'm sure I just. This game got a 10 out of 10 on Steam. Oh, Neo Seeker. That's still a website? That's insane.
You know, this game is good, but I feel like games get inflated ratings when they're made by like one person or a super small team. And like, yeah, it's cool that one person made this. It doesn't make it a better game because one person made it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I just
Yeah.
think people ignore, like they ignore the faults more. You know?
Yes.
It's like when there's only one guy to blame. It's more that like, oh well, he did so much instead of like, well, what he did.
Oh, you
wasn't
need
too
to flip the switch to make a plug fuse appear. Equip it and place it in the hole where the electricity is.
Okay.
I don't know how you get the hammer. I really want to see the hammer.
We might have missed something.
Probably.
Start with a shark egg.
We did one in the middle of this area.
Further southwest is the gum that's keeping the gate to the boss fight closed. Hit it to open up, and then you can use the snow shuriken. Press for this fast travel to Flotsam. Is Neo Secret the only website that does
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know you secret. Like,
I used to get my game cleaning sheets on Neo Secret.
I'm dead. That's crazy.
Yeah, I think we're supposed to go up by road.
Okay.
Unless there is a second way.
Oh no. We did a boss fight pretty recently.
An afro. First boss. This must be the the intimidation crap we did. We'll tie the
awesome, I believe. Oh my god, dude. I can't believe I was fine the whole circle up there, and then I just lost to one basic enemy.
I'm looking at the review, the Neoseeker review, and the whole time they have the gun.
Oh, they're using the
In the
the
review,
gun.
they're using the gun, and it's really funny.
It's the other way.
For souls?
Yeah.
Like, they have the image they're showing off, like, oh, you can find this shell here, and it's like a shell swap, and it's the gun for the boxing glove.
That's so funny.
I mean, like, if I was a reviewer, I would too, but that's crazy.
I would not if I was a reviewer. That's not like
Or-
actually
I
reviewing
guess.
the game.
Well, it's a
You're
walkthrough.
the walkthrough.
It's the walkthrough, sorry. If I was doing a walkthrough, I would too. That's why.
Yeah, okay, well that's fair.
Yeah, reviewer wasn't done.
Yeah. Game was really easy.
You fought the sisters. Right? Did we win
Yeah.
against the sisters? We did? Okay.
We're supposed to.
Uh-huh. Right. That's why I left this area.
That means that. Yes.
I went up here already.
It says that first.
Oh, we did.
Really good talk.
We did. Did she? There's an item on the back side of the sign. Oh, I think you can just like, walk up the pole now. If not this side, maybe on the other side. Try the other side. Oh, there's a yeah.
Maybe we can have you.
I'm trying. I think this review just doesn't give you a good map. Okay, I guess. Like it is very unclear.
But what is that thing on the other side?
I was going to see what you had.
Stuck at.
If you open the map again, I can.
I was about to look up another Crab's Treasure Switch, and then I was like, that's just going to tell me about the Switch version of the game.
Okay, I think we're missing. Tyson Ford. I don't think we did that fight.
Which one?
Can you do me a favor? Can you just look up like another Crab's Treasure map?
Yeah.
And then we're in the area south of Scuttleport.
Okay.
I think maybe we're by the back.
So, can you help me at all?
We're not in
Wait, what's the map again? What area you're in?
we're south of Scuttleport. You have the map pulled up?
I do, which is, they're like region maps. It's not like the whole.
That area is only open when you get all the map pieces.
Oh, okay. How many more do we have to get?
I would think like one more.
Say where that.
I would go back to the main city.
Here.
A new car spot.
This is a map image from the end of the walkthrough for the area. I don't know if that does anything for you.
No, because we already killed that boss.
You already did? Okay.
So go talk to the cereal box guy.
We don't have pieces yet. It's fast.
Now from here we'll go east, follow the path.
Is this the last piece? One more. Okay.
Oh dear, oh dear. Give me the bad news. Have you ever heard stories or couch forbidden you see through our eyes? When you say the episode monsters travel between and with the truly prodigious.
Oh, we have to fight the.
Did we already do that?
No, we fought it, but then we kind of just gave up.
I think we gave up. Yeah.
Oh, I think you're just done with the area.
Yeah, we are. So we just have to go fight. Oh, we
we
did
already
do
did,
it.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, because we used the little fish to keep the.
How my antenna twitch with anticipation. I scarcely believe this, I say. The treasure lies just off the coast of Possum Vale, submerged within the slurry. Incredible, we're so close I can taste it. Oh, hey guys. Indeed, all that remains is to head to the docks, grab a boat, and then what? Roland? No, please, don't let me interrupt you. Enlighten me as to your intentions. The treasure sunk down somewhere in the slurry. I presume you'll trawl through it yourselves? Delusional rubbish. It's akin to finding an Olympic landslide. Just because it's unlikely doesn't mean we ain't gonna try, you blowhard. Yeah, we've got every right to give it a shot. What happened to the free market? Give it a shot, man. Perhaps the free market will simply provide, but I've enabled this farce long enough. I'll be taking this map. Selfish Corp's flagship salvage rig, the Dark Star, will begin its search immediately. Feel free to meet us there if you wish to witness history spell fry. Crash it all, there's no time to waste then I say it. Everyone to the docks of Flotsam Vale. Oh, it's not gonna teleport? Where that is.
You have a ton of money if you wanted to maybe go down.
You
And
probably
spend
get.
some
I
of
think,
it.
I think you only need one more blood star. What do you?
I don't know if we can buy another,
Oh.
but we could try.
No, I don't think. You already buy one though.
There's a shark egg. Isn't that for an
It,
upgrade material?
I think it's like reset for your stats.
Oh.
Go to the blacksmith. See if he has anything to buy. Or the shell lady. Your mortal enemy. Can't believe you didn't get hit this time. Remember when we beat Death's Door without finding a single upgrade?
Yes.
That sounds awful.
Actually, it was not bad.
Okay.
It really wasn't. There were like a couple bosses that were kind of annoying, but they would have been annoying with more health anyway. Like it was just.
Oh, did the upgrades like progress the game?
No, they were just like upgrades to get like more health and more magic.
Oh.
But you had to find like 4 shrines to get one upgrade, and we never found more than 3 of either of them.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
Were they hard to find, or you just like kind of?
No,
rushing
I
the
think
game?
we a little less than halfway through that game. We're like, we just want to finish this game. It was a good
Sure.
game, but like, it's a game that's designed to be played in a weekend, not over a 6-month period.
That's how I kind of feel about this.
Yeah.
Personally,
I mean, that's a lot of the games we play on here, but
it's why we should just become rich.
oh yeah, you're right.
Guys, I figured it out.
I love food.
It's time to deal with Disney.
What does cigarettes say? Mario? Is that?
Yeah, I think so. Where are you going? Yeah.
Alright. Is it this way? No, that's back to the
No.
entrance. Where's the...
Other way. Other way.
Yeah, I guess there is no grand map.
Yeah.
It's up at the top still.
What, docks?
Oh, I thought you were looking for the shell shop.
Oh,
What are you looking for?
docks.
Who are you doxing?
No, the docks.
I always know what
docks.
you're talking about.
Just
They-
fast
They
travel.
were just telling us about it in the cutscene.
Oh, were they?
Yeah. They were telling us that we had to get to the docks.
I also don't know how they use that map.
Yeah, the docks is where we just came from.
Is that what they were talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just want to say that I don't know how you take the map on the box, the cereal box, and translate that to like an actual area underwater. I find that really funny.
Alright. Are we buying a shell?
Anything good? Are we could buy an outfit.
You can buy a light shell because I know we got this one, but kind of like
We do, yeah. We
It's
could
divide.
go with the small shell because the heavy one and dodging is
These ones boost attack. I
that's
think.
cool.
Or no, wait. Do they require attack? I never figured out what that meant. Who knows?
Oh wait, how big is the imposter? A large?
medium.
Medium?
Yeah,
Okay.
45 defense, medium. This one's got 40 defense and small.
That's
decent.
pretty good. What's the trophy?
Party time,
Expensive.
25.
Party time. Is there anything on the other page?
15 defense, small, 115 HP. 40 defense, large, 95 HP. I don't know. I kind of like the shuttlecock. That one's pretty good. Not really a lot of defense, but it's got a lot of HP. Always.
Wait, where do you see? Oh, now I see the HP.
I just want the imposter.
Oh, and then it automatically. Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the dodge like on that? That's way better than the large.
I don't really jump into it. Weird.
Oh no! Oh, there's sludge down. That always here.
Maybe. Just go
No!
To just go to the fast travel.
And then up here.
No, there's one down. Well, there's one above and below. That's why you can travel to lower crust or upper crust, or you can just, that works too.
Spencer, did you get that ability from the sisters last?
We did.
You
Yeah.
did? Okay. I
I got no one, but
Yeah, your like RT ability right now is a range.
I'm glad Brian
attack.
knows.
Up in the defense now.
yeah, I'm just cranking my bit. Way to do it.
What is the garden? Oh, we should also definitely go to the moon snail and do all of the upgrades with the crystals that we can do.
Yeah, we have like 400. I think.
Yeah, we have a crazy amount. And we can also upgrade our. If you go to the garden, you can upgrade our
Abilities,
attacks.
like
Yeah.
RT.
All right, so what did we want to upgrade? We wanted this one, right? Once per shell, your shell immediately regenerates upon breaking.
Oh wait, Predator. That's where you get the hammer, I think. Scrap hammer. yeah.
Yes. Using a charge attack on the end, it sticks to on a shell. Sticks it to the end of your
You
fork.
can
turning
hold
into a
2
powerful
shells with
hammer.
that.
Oh, that's cool.
One
All
in
right,
your
so what do we
hammer.
want to upgrade?
I just
want
thought
the
that looks
hammer?
cool, but it's like your second one.
Okay, so it's plunging attack. And then won't have enough to.
I thought we had way more than that.
RB to stick it on a shell. Let's check out the garden. Oh no! The wrong teleport.
I think also
Hate when that happens.
if you press like down on the D-pad, you can take the shell off your back.
So what he's telling you is you can have an imposter hammer.
Exactly.
Great attitude. Bubble bullet. We want the bubble bullet. I don't really like that.
The level 2 is not bad. It's a large bullet that can capsize.
Okay.
Were we 1 away? Was it 30 for level 3?
I think it said.
Yeah, it was tempting.
Okay.
What does it do? Hold the button down to fire rapidly. That's not. Okay.
Does it Does that just eat through your umami though? Like if you have 4, will it just use all 4? You should put a crab on the end of it.
Wait, how do I take it off?
Down, baby.
Down, just
No,
swap.
just
Down.
take your
down
shell
switch.
off. Take your front shell off and then swap your back to your front.
How do I take my shell off? There's a button for that?
Pause menu maybe?
You can just eat the sushi if you want. Down,
Oh,
down
that's
B,
true.
and then just eat the sushi. Or down.
Oh, it's got like jiggle physics.
It does.
That's so sad. All right, let's.
God, that's awful.
Let's shelleport to.
Well, I don't think it's a dead crab. Isn't
No,
it
it's
like
the
a
molt.
molted?
It is, but like still, it's just like the image.
Go to the shipping
shipping
port.
port?
Yeah. All right. So are we like actually almost done with this game?
I think so.
Cool.
You got all the pieces, right?
I was thinking
So
next.
we just
I
have
don't
to
know.
fight like that scary guy, right? Secret.
Yeah.
Okay, and now she's over here.
I don't know what exactly, but I was thinking next we could play some sort of couch co-op.
Hey kiddo, long time no see. Here I thought I might get a head start on you. So much for that. What happened? Roland happened. He beat us to the punch. See that barge out there? He's on that sucker right now, trawling the whole slurry for the treasure. No! Well, we can't just give up. Can't we chase him? I like your optimism, kiddo, but no dice. You can't just sashay across slurry barefin unless you like gunk in your gills. Oh no! This here's the only boat that I could find that ain't completely junked and it ain't got any charge. Charge. Electricity, kiddo. All the boats around here are behind. Oh, is that all? I could probably make some of that with my magic powers and stuff. Are we supposed to have a magic power to do that?
I think you just have to go to the area, but yeah, like the tower that you couldn't get into before.
Oh, and then we fight the guy, and we get the magic power, right? I think we're supposed to fight the guy who does the collection. Basically, like
Earth?
no,
Oh,
You mean?
it's like the collector guy. Those
what if he
reeds,
told you something you needed to know?
Volte, the accumulator.
I saw it on Kai.
What if I wanted
Yes,
the flavor
the
text?
Gotcha. Even oh, Scuttleboard.
Well, that's where we're going. We're gonna get a Mogust. This thing's so
Yeah, we should have done this upgrade a long time ago.
That's crazy.
Oh my god.
You should try your new air attack too.
The range is crazy on it, and it gives crazy poison. I wonder if what shell is on it changes how
How much damage
Maybe it
does.
does. Maybe it doesn't.
Probably
Probably
affects
changes the attack speed too.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's temporary too.
Oh yeah.
It breaks the shell.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter though. 'Cause I mean,
There's a million shell.
We should maybe go back to starting with the
Slow bro.
slow bro. Yeah.
'cause it has a lot of health.
There's so many items in here.
I just like watching the bolts swing around.
You start.
Oh, you know what we should have sold too? Can't we sell the stowaways?
Yeah.
Hey, what you doing on the way out here? Me? What are you doing hanging out in a place like this? I work here, at least I'm pretty sure I still do. Boss had everyone salvage out a lot of the infrastructure around here to make some kind of big boat. Something about trolling the slurry for buried treasure. Scuttle pointing.
That was beautiful.
Voice acting.
Yes.
I've been told I have a face for radio. Get it? You're ugly.
Yeah, Brian, I agree.
Thanks.
Alright, so now the big question is, does it heal the shell after you raid? Does not. Okay. So the ideal method here, there has to be a way to drop shells. But I just have to let this guy break it. Oh, he's doing like no damage. Oh, but wait, I can equip the shell, right? And then can I rest here? Doesn't
Yeah,
that,
swap shell.
doesn't that heal shells? Or am I wrong?
Oh, maybe.
No, it doesn't. What? This is a bummer, dude. I don't
But
like
can't you
this.
just pick
What
up
if you
a-
change
How
your
do I
pin
take
shell?
my shell off?
Yeah, just make the pin shell the shuttle or the slower or whatever.
So I think that's just gonna replace it if the shell breaks.
Put a rubber ducky on there.
Well,
Oh!
that's
That was a
Are you kidding me, dude? He's like ranged.
Yeah, he really is. He's kiting you hard.
seeing them.
Oh my!
inside
And
the-
I'm getting like double baited right now. I just break this crab, please.
Wait, this way you just take it off.
That's broken.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Gosh, that was frustrating. Okay. And now, if I swap this to the hammer here, and then I swap this, now I have. I don't care about you.
Oh!
Bing,
one
bam,
tab.
bop. Bada bop.
Bing bong.
Ow. Stand up. This guy.
F in chat for getting caught in 4K.
What's this? This isn't gonna work. Who's that? Another one. What? They want me to do this thing. Somewhere in there's gotta be something that can power out the boat. You and me, pal, we're gonna get this done. Brothers in arms, crabs in bucket. Other phrases that mean two guys working together in perfect time. Ooh. I need a spark plug. Oh, wait. Why is it doing that?
What are you doing?
The pop-off? Isn't it supposed to, like, boost me? Why is it doing that? It was just doing, like, an attack.
Yeah, that's what the pop off is.
No, is it pop-off, like... yeah, strike from your shell that... Oh, do I have to be in my shell? No, because... Doesn't it, like... I thought it, like,
It's
launched...
just like an uppercut attack.
That was weird. What am I supposed to do?
Oh, isn't that one of the areas that you can just float in? No. Okay.
Magnets? I will admit I'm stumped.
What's the area?
What if you like do your thing? Oh, can you like walk into those like electric wires? Get a charge? No.
Oh.
Sure.
You need to guard.
I have
He
to,
did it.
I have to
Oh.
climb in my shell. Yeah.
It was like
There's,
actively
like,
reading.
yeah, there's a magnet on top that. Okay. So now, do I have to like ride this thing? Yes.
Now we wait.
Or minus.
Yeah, the Among Us is getting.
It's crazy how strong.
Yeah, this
that
is like
thing
the equivalent of like a strength build.
Alien? Or what is this?
Word.
Razor.
What time is it? Oh. We have 5
Wow,
minutes
that's a short battery life.
left. Did it?
Old.
I'll just.
Ease. We didn't even use that help yet.
Crazy that like all the attacks interrupt with it too.
Oh, it just died.
And we've invented voice build.
We should try Faith build next.
Whoa! What are you?
That's a big boy.
Oh, that's it. That's my Argent. That was frustrating.
Oh, cool. Wow. Some great frame rate. What do I have to do?
Hold your shell.
Oh.
Well, that was.
Can you go that other way?
I don't think so.
No way. Is this nothing over here?
Maybe to the left.
Okay. That's just the way back, I guess. Oh, I'm gonna die. Cool.
Way to do it. Yeah, if you hold RP.
Yeah. This is where the big guy was, right?
Yes. He pulled a sneaky.
I think I was ahead.
Ooh!
Oh. You know.
He has like this lightning effect that like
Takes ours.
it doesn't even take your health, it just stops you from moving. Very disorienting.
I don't know why I was pressing the hook and it wasn't hooking.
Alright, well,
yeah, I guess it's time, right?
ladies and gentlemen, another great stream. Come tune in. Like all good things must.
Yeah.
We'll be back next week.
We will.
We will be back next week.
As long as we
assuming
don't
no-
all get
yeah,
sick.
As long as there's no unforeseen circumstances precluding us.
Yeah. We'll try to
Well-
get into the game quicker next time. We just had some
Yeah,
gaming
there's some
news
important
to
stuff
talk
to
about this
cover.
time.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Thank
We'll,
you,
uh,
as always, for joining us. It was a fun stream.
it was a good time.
Glad to
I'd
be
say
back.
so.
I had a good time.
Me too.
All right.
We'll catch you all next week.
See you next time,
Yep.
ladies and gents.
Bye.